Now, one thing I will lastly say, the intelligence type, right, and the personality type is very important, right? So what I mean by that is Asians have always been made fun of for intelligence, right, and being mathematical thinkers. And this is what we have to do, right? Like, even culturally, I want to get back into playing chess a lot, right? Because, you know, we got to start making certain things the norms and the cools in our culture. And we don't have, like, evolution as one of them. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be, it's another thing to be an evolutionary. You know what I'm saying? The evolutionary is growing and advancing things. The revolutionary is keeping the cycle, right? The revolution of something going, right? So let's say if we're committed to a cause, you're a revolutionary, you're part of the revolution, the cycle of this. But the evolutionary is part of the advancement. And for me, this is why some people don't like, what you say, James Trump, right? The whole race narrative is low vibration. It's all humanity is under attack and being oppressed by the globalist establishment. Brother, why are you here then, man? That's what I'm trying to understand with some of you brothers, man. Y'all got to chill out on the mental illnesses, man. You got to stop going where you don't like. Somebody said, make Bashir perform on tour. Damn, make him? How you know he's not performing? Bashir's definitely going on tour. You know, but listen, the conversation is important because everything is a race. Bruh he might have a snow bunny. So I get why he probably said that. No disrespect to you, brother. I just a wild guess. Wild guess, because sometimes people say that means that they got mixed children, right? So I get why you don't like when we talk about the constructs of reality, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Somebody say give Life Wave a chance. Listen, it ain't about giving chances. You got to understand about high-level conversations. It's my show, number one. Number two, every show costs. There's a cost associated with the show. Production value, content, right? Travel, right? There's the editing. There's everything associated with the show development process. So it don't matter what you do, right? No matter who you are, we have to make sure that it fits within the show. We have to make sure that the value of it will fit in so that the show continues to have evolution and growth, right? And when you start something, it's crazy that, you know, I get so many people that want to be on the show, and I appreciate, like, y'all got to understand, like, how honored I am that people want to be on the show, first and foremost. And we're not getting off topic. All of this is important because, you know, I'm one of the, I would say, chief thought leaders and influencers and most influential people when it comes to collaboration and the culture of collaboration. So when you see me, I'm always collaborating with people. I'm always working with different people. That's always been me. I don't have a hating bone in my body. A follicle of hair of mine don't hate, right? I always try to figure out what's the best way to make it work. That's it, right? So everything has to work. So when we do things, certain episodes, we take a sit back and we strategize. This person has a platform, this person is doing things, they have these subjects, but how do we make this work? Because we need the best experience for you, the viewer, right? And, you know, I don't care who you are. If I feel like it's not going to work, then we're not going to have it, right? So we have to learn how to respect and appreciate each other's processes and productions and not personalize what we want, right? And what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, we just can't personalize it because I'm working every single day. The back behind the door scenes of what we do, right? That part is the most important. You know what I'm saying? Like, this takes a lot of work. And on top of that, right, we get tons of emails, people from all over. I'm talking scientists and revolutionaries and people of the culture. And my peoples, they handle every email, but we handle everything professionally, right? Because we have to be able to do things in a manner to where we can grow. And the only way we can grow if we create systems, right? If we create systems. And so creating a platform and getting it to the highest levels requires you to be systematic with your approach and extremely creative. Extremely creative, right? And that is very important. And also me, I'm very respectful of my own time, my own energy. So everything has to flow. Everything, right? So I heard the sister Teslin talk about this because we have to control our own media and our own narratives. And if you look at what happened today, we see Don Lemon got fired, Tucker Carlson left, right? And they said they want to have Charles Barkley and Gayle King do a show now. Media is in a firestorm right now. Now, here's the thing. While many may celebrate Tucker Carlson or the other dude leaving, I don't think it's particularly a good thing because we know they just go replace him with somebody worse that fits their agenda even more. So I take a step back and I look at these things like, what's going on in media right now? And what's going on is they want to get rid of any voices that have any level of critical thinking or dissent, right? Because whether we agree with the agendas, you got to understand that people at the top have their agendas. And when they're replacing people, they're replacing people who's going to be greater mouthpieces for what they want. It don't matter if you bring it in. The people at the top are coming and cutting and making decisions saying that, nope, we have a new agenda and we know that the current voices won't go along with it because it go against their base. So, and I don't even like neither one of those guys that I mentioned, but I'm just saying it from a high level perspective of looking at these things. Right? Because I definitely don't agree with neither of their agendas, right? But sometimes you're going to get some kernels of truth from both of these men, and sometimes the stuff that they report, right, be necessary for people to hear, right? But then the rest of it is pure puppetry, right? This is why media is important, and this is why we all have to support media so that it can continue to grow and we can create platforms that can then be robust enough so that it can benefit everybody. That's the goal. How do we get it to a point where it's robust enough? Like, my budget is my budget that I have personally out my pocket, right? We're just now working on sponsorships and things of that nature, but we haven't gotten to that point. So what you're saying, you like high-level conversations now. Watch when we get the millions of dollars in ad dollars and sponsorships. Oh, it's different level then. We spending hundreds of thousands of dollars. We ain't getting to the point we spending millions. Ooh, that's different. That's different. You know, so high-level conversations, high-level culture, high-level media, high-level content, right? High-level communications, man. It's going to be high-level news. It's going to be high-level everything. And we're looking for you, the people that's out there, because everybody may not make it to high-level conversations, but now we're thinking about, all right, what segments and what shows can we create that'll make more sense? So I'm a strategist. I'm not the type of person that has any hate, envy, jealousy, or anything against nobody. I just try to figure out, all right, we can work with bro, but maybe not in the way that they want to. We got to create something so that we can work together. What makes the most sense? And when we stop being emotional as a people, then that's when we can start being more strategic as a people. You feel me? It's high-level culture. HLC, man, everything HLC. You feel me? So, like, for some of you all that, if you all have pilots of shows today, right? 2024, we taking over the media game. It's wide and ripe open right now. We want to work with the best talent in the world, right? And I'm talking, when I say the world, I'm scouting people from London, from Africa, from Japan, right? All over to get the best in the world, because we can create a global conglomerate, right? Of some of the smartest, most brilliant, creative, influential, talented people. And that might be you. And then it might not be in front of the camera, right? You may have skill sets that you can bring that can add a value to where now we can give you a position. But you got to be able to add value, and that's the key. Because we can't just pay everybody, but if you create a way for you can pay yourself by bringing a skill, that's different. So anyway, this is why we do what we do. If you go be on tour, make sure you text that number, pull up, get your tickets, tag me in it so I can repost it today. Everything High Vibrational. Make sure y'all share this, with somebody else. Let them know that we going on tour. When I say we, I'm talking about me and you. You feel me? Like, we going on tour, not just me. This is a we tour. You feel me? Because these things ain't been done before. We have to change the way that we spend time, right? Because we talk a lot about how we go spend money, but how we spend time is so important, right? Because we have to change the way we spend time, because we don't really have, we spend time, but we don't know how to invest time. So when you go to places and you're at the High Level Tour, you at the Invest Fest, right? This is spending time the right way. Now watch the return that you get on the way that you invest your time. This is an investment, right? When you get there, the energy is different. You be proud of yourself when you walk in a room knowing that, I could have done anything with my day. These are the changes that I'm supposed to make in my life, right? That's the way I feel when I go do things that I normally know that my old self wouldn't have done. It represents growth. It represents evolution. It represents a trajectory that you're on the right path, right? And no, you don't have to come. You can show up by yourself, or you can get a ticket for a friend that you know may need that. Get it for them. Send them a gift. Disrupt their life. Say, you know what? I know you normally don't go to stuff like this, but I got you the ticket. And this is something that we don't do enough for people. Like, you got Invest Fest coming up. You got all the tour coming up. Like, it's people in Houston, people in these cities, in Boston and Maryland and New Orleans and St. Louis and of course, New York. They need that disruption in their life. Like, no, like the same way you would take somebody out to a concert. Like, look, we going to this. This is gonna be the difference. Like, we switching things up a little bit, right? That's love to me, right? Like, we go have a different experience in our life. Bring the family. Like, people always talk about, how do I get my family to get on a path? Do things with them. Tell the family, listen, man, y'all taking off from work this night? Or if you, whatever it may be, y'all go get ready. We might have to catch flights, whatever. We are going there to have a high level experience. So now when you leave, y'all have things y'all can talk about and y'all in alignment. But we don't be having high level experiences together. So when you have your individual experience and you're trying to explain it to somebody else and hoping they get it, it's not the same as we had this experience together. So, this is why we do these things, to create new culture. This is high level culture. Because the things that we've been doing at first ain't been working. And that's why our household incomes continue to decrease.